Hi again, welcome to this series of videos about the Gizen lucidity studies. As I always say, and as you know, we are working here are all the theoretical studies that the Gizen developed around to comprehend, to understand the world and the universe surrounding them, both at material level and at spiritual level. Today I would like to talk to you about Yurinmuge, which could be translated as the cycles of alteration, of modification, of change. The Gizen of the Jabu village, because if you are a follower of our channel, you probably already know that the Gizen used to live in different villages. The Gizen of the Jabu village used to talk about this study when they were talking about our lives passing through profound modifications, profound changes. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about awakening, the fall, when you recover for a fall, when you're facing inner profound changes, when you are having discoveries, validations, confirmations and verifications of things that you suddenly understand and you see light. All these situations normally make us confront difficulties and challenges, but they cannot be in any other way. They are the fact of that we are living, that we are getting free, becoming free of inferior existence forms. It is many times painful. We normally say that opening the eyes, it's difficult. Probably you remember Plato's myth around the difficulty of looking to the light, of looking to the sun directly. This is really painful. With the Shizen culture, we normally say the same, and it is not only for us. It is not only painful for us, it is normally painful and important for all the people that is surrounding us. It is normal that, and quite common that other persons of our family, of our friends, normally are passing through the same process. Maybe it's written that they are gonna follow the same path and they are gonna pass this way with success, and maybe other times they will not, and it is quite normal, because everything you are becoming is affecting them, and if you are getting bigger, it is affecting them. Maybe they're gonna come with you anywhere where you're going, or maybe they're not. So sometimes it's even amplified, all the effect of these situations. With this study, they used to talk about 6 paths, 6 ways in which we had the opportunity to get into a bigger convergence with ourselves, and these were the 6 paths that life or circumstances make to push us to dissolve ferocity, ignorance, arrogance and materiality. These ways could be considered, could be understood as 6 tools, 6 resources that we have to face these situations we were talking before, these life profound modifications. The first of them is the tragical fight that more spiritually evolved people has to face when dealing with walking with less spiritually developed people. Normally, these people have to face the difficulty of working, because they need it to work with a person that has not realized a couple of things that they need to realize and to become greater. You probably are acquainted about a common relationship of this type, very common in this martial world, in this martial arts world, which is the master pupil relationship. But it is also a relationship between a father and a son or a daughter. It is quite common also in the relationship between a boss and an employee, if the boss is a good boss and if the employee is a good employee, and obviously if the father is a good father and the son or the daughter is a good son or daughter. It's a relationship that it's quite more common that you think, and it's one of the resources and the tools that we have to face these changes, these inner changes. The second of the paths and the second of the resources is to overcome resistances. The Shizen used to talk about a symbol, a metaphor on life, which was to compare it with a mountain that you have to climb step by step with your own effort. To overcome resistances is this way to become better and to become life performed with modifications. It's quite interesting, and it's quite useful. So bear in mind always this mindset, because it's one of the biggest paths to pass with the best situation through all these modifications. The third one I want to talk about is to have a lucid and clear mind. As you know, all these studies, all these videos we are doing are destined to bring some of lucidity to you and to everyone that is interested, because this third path, the lucidity, is one of the most important. We are doing a series on it, and it's one of the most significant, because if you don't have a clear mind, a mind that is never conditioned by emotions, circumstances, social issues and pressures from the exterior of any kind, maybe thoughts all the times, and maybe wrong ideas about people and about yourself and about the world. If you don't have a mind that is clear and lucid, you're gonna face difficulties, and you're not gonna pass through these changes. And if in case you have to pass, you're gonna do it with lots of suffering, which is the big difference. With all these tools, you are gonna pass through all these changes, but without suffering, which is really interesting. Regarding the last three paths, we are not going to talk about the tools themselves. We're going to talk about the blockages that these tools make you free from. There are kind of blockages of blocking energies, attitudes, and circumstances that can be avoided with the last three of the six paths, and we want to talk about this first. The first blockage we're gonna face, and we normally face, and it's quite common in our lives, is the blockage that make us waste time. Time is one thing that we are granted just once, and we cannot give it to other one. We cannot rent it. We cannot take it from other one. We use it. We use it anyway. We can, whether we use it good or we use it bad, we use it. We do use it. So when we are wasting time, we are sorry, in a blockage that is making us wasting time. We need to move from it. We need to reflect from that on that. It's a quite dangerous situation, and you can be for years wasting your time, even not realizing why or when or how. It's really dangerous. The second one is to be in a blockage because of things that seem to have value, but that that don't have any kind of value. You know, gambling, vices, these kind of things. You know, the definition of vice is not a moral thing or Puritan thing. Is vice means something that seems to be good, but that in fact it is not good, and it's bringing something that you feel you want, you like, but when you have it, it's not bringing you the satisfaction you thought. It's quite common today. It's quite common today. All our lives are built around things that we consider important, but that are not important. So bear it in mind. The last one, the last blockage we're going to talk about, and which is related with a path, with a tool that will help you avoid it, is the loss of inner values. And it's the most dangerous one, because you lose identity. You don't know anymore who you are, where are you, and where do you go to. And it can make you fall a victim of all the blockages, because if you don't know who you are, you start wasting time, you start doing things that have no meaning, and everything becomes futile. The master of my master used to say that many of us see us dragged by our own miserable visions and monotonous life and plain lives. So I think I have given you today kind of useful tools. So remember always to look for master-pupil relationships, look for a mentor, look for a master, look for people. Probably you have lots of them around you right now, because they have arrived to your life because you need them, because everything arranges itself. Probably you have already them, but if not, look for them. Look for a mentor, look for a master. It's going to change your life. This is the first path. But also face the resistances, face the difficulties. Remember to climb the mountain step by step, maybe step by step if necessary, but always going forward, and work your mind to be lucid and clear all the time. We have with us a tool, but life is giving you all the time tools to make your mind clearer and more lucid. So go for it, and finally reflect on these three kinds of blockages and see how they are being a problem. They are destroying your life if you allow them. And well, if I have the luck to see you next week, it would be a real pleasure for me. So have a nice week. I send you a big hug and all my best wishes. Thank you very much.